Hi, and welcome to the IPR podcast, where we discuss all things payments and remittances. I'm your host, Aamer Abedi, CMO at RemitONE. In today's episode, we will be talking about the most talked about topic in the cross-border payments industry, and that is artificial intelligence, or AI for short. We'll discuss what's working in AI. We'll explore how banks, fintechs, money service businesses, and other financial institutions are applying AI to boost compliance, to improve customer experience, and enhance operational efficiency. To unpack all of this, I'm joined here today by my esteemed guest, Dr. Senaka Fernando. Senaka is a seasoned technology leader. He has over 2 decades worth of experience in data strategy, digital transformation, and AI. He's advised a host of big brands in the world, including HMRC, Societe Generale, Barclays Bank, Lloyds Bank, Jaguar Land Rover, and others. He's a managing director of Bars and Lines, a consultancy which he founded after his great work at the Imperial College Data Observatory. Welcome, Senaka. Great to have you with us today. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
So, Senaka, in the context of the cross-border payment space, what is artificial intelligence?
So, in the context of cross-border payments, artificial intelligence is the ability to do things that humans would have done before through computing power, like through systems, through software.
So, you have an agent in the context of cross-border payments. Let's look at practical examples, right? So, you have an agent. The agent asks, let's take a brick and mortar setup. So the customer walks in, the customer wants to send money. The agent will ask the customer for their ID and the person they want to send money to, the amount they want to send, etc. We'll log that into the system and then create a transaction. Can Agentic AI do this by itself in theory?
I think you were explaining how a human agent would approach it, right?
Yeah.
So yes, an AI agent can do pretty much the same thing. So the concept is similar. Like a human agent carries out a certain process based on a certain set of rules. They will make sure that certain information is obtained from the customer. An AI agent will do the same thing. Right. It will make sure that the information provided the customer is sanity checked. You want to make sure that the customer doesn't have sanctions and things like that, right?
Yeah.
So an AI agent can also do the same set of checks, right? And then when you want to carry out the actual transaction, you would want to go and update certain systems like your core banking system or whatever that is. You might want to connect to some sort of payment ecosystem, carry out the payment actually. So all of those, individual tasks can be handled by an AI agent, just in the same way a human agent does.
Okay, here's a question. So everything that you just described, that the context that we discussed is customer facing. The agent or agentic AI is dealing with the customer, the end user. But as I understand, AI applications in the cross-border payments industry at a very high level can be categorized into 2 types. One is the customer facing side. The other one is for processes, internal back office and process enhancements. Would that be agentic AI doing that? Or would that be some other avatar of AI doing that?
So AI is not necessarily a consumer-facing task. Because of the popularity of generative AI and AI assistants, people often think that AI is associated with humans and to support humans and so on and so forth. I think classically, people might have tried to associate AI agents with customer-facing tasks because generative AI essentially was targeting end users, customers, right?
Okay.
But in the context of agentic AI, we also see AI agents being used for automation workloads and things like that. In the processes supporting remittance or cross-border payments or movement of funds, whatever that is, right?
Or compliance.
Yeah.
Compliance processes.
Fraud, risk assessment,
maker checker, linked transaction tracking, velocity checks, monitoring volume checks.
Yeah.
AI agent this is where agentic AI will actually play a role as well, because as you said, an agentic AI can multitask, if you will, right?
Yes, but we are not talking about a single agent,
Yeah,
like single super agent, being able to do all of these tasks.
right.
It's probably much more efficient to have a bespoke agent carry out those specific individual tasks.
Okay.
So it's like very similar to you go to a service station where, let's say, account operation in a bank,
Yeah.
right? And you go to one person and then
Yeah.
you need to carry out one task. Then you might want to go from that counter service to another counter to carry out
Right.
another task.
Another task,
right?
yeah.
So these are examples of one agent
Right.
and another agent.
Right. So what we're saying here is there could be an agentic AI responsible for the customer-facing side, taking ID, collecting data on the person they want to send money to, blah, 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 all that. But then there's another agentic AI set up to monitor fraudulent transactions, for example, do volume checks, velocity checks, etc. That's what you're saying.
So there can be AI agents for all of these individual activities here. Absolutely.
Okay, so we've covered the customer-facing side of AI application and the back-office process enhancement side of the application as well of AI. Is this just theory or is it practical? I mean, in your experience, is this actually the big brands like Western Union and others, are they actually applying this in these two streams, the customer-facing stream and the back-office process enhancement streams?
So, to be honest, agentic AI applications are somewhat at its infancy as yet. But that said, Western Union, for example, have been looking into artificial intelligence for some time now. I've read online, I think at least a few times they've posted process enhancements that they have made through artificial intelligence. It's not just only Western Union. We also see that in large banks. I think, I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, I think Goldman Sachs was considering using artificial intelligence to automate some of their work. Instead of having branch staff do certain things, they would use AI to do these things, these tasks.
Okay.
So we've seen examples of this elsewhere as well. Like other big businesses are using AI quite successfully.
And is this more on this, again, I'll go back to the original point, is this more in the context of cross-border payments? Is there, when you say that it's being used, is it, if you were to give me a percentage split between the customer-facing side of AI application versus the process side of AI application, what would roughly the split be right now? Because you said it's agentic AI is in its infancy.
So there are, I think you can break it down in two different ways. One is the split between the use of AI and between customer facing and process, right?
Okay.
And the second, I think, is how much of the operations are replaced with AI agents right now, and how much of it is not using AI agents or using classical automation or human-based operations. So if I answer the first one, majority of the operations are like actually customer facing, because we must not forget, like before agentic AI, before generative AI, the concept of a chatbot assistant has been around, and customers like that experience. So most of the services that are being offered, it can be cross-border payments, it can be anything, focuses on customer experience. And inherently, because you have that chatbot sort of interface, it's very easy to provide a lot of AI capability through that same mechanism to the end customer. So for that very reason, there are a lot of such implementations done focusing on the customer. But that is not the only way AI agents interact with customers nowadays. An AI agent, for example, can be going through, like a database trying to understand whether there are like expired ID documents for the
Okay.
customer. It can also check whether the customer needs to, go beyond a certain threshold, and therefore they need approvals, for example.
Yeah.
It can like proactively initiate an interaction with the customer via email, for example.
Right.
Can be sending an SMS, for example.
Right.
So things that you did before by a human, or which was initiated by a human, or through some rule-based automation,
Yeah.
can now be done by an AI agent.
Right.
So these are all customer side, right?
Yeah.
So to answer this question about percentages, it is more leaning towards customer-facing functionality, of course.
Okay.
I would say 2/3 to 75% or more would be customer-facing.
I see.
Payments providers, banks, they are focusing on back office functionality as well.
Okay.
And as we go more into the future with agentic AI capabilities, the focus of AI to support back office operations is going to increase even more and more.
Okay.
Because as we started, when we explained that we have agentic AI now doing more than generative AI, right?
Right.
It's a no-brainer to implement back office.
So there was this thing that there was this. I recall hearing or reading somewhere that the CIOs of these top financial institutions they have to spend a part of their budget on AI, and I believe that's mainly Gen AI. Yeah, could you elaborate on that?
You're absolutely right. So I think there was a survey that was done by Gartner, if I'm not mistaken, 2024.
Right.
And what Gartner said was that about 35% of top banking CIOs were already using AI
Right.
in 2024.
Right.
So now we're in 2025, right?
35%.
There was about another additional 23% or so, if I got the numbers right, were considering to use AI.
Right.
Again in 2024, before the end of 2024.
Okay.
So that's about closer to 60% of top banking CIOs considering doing something in AI in 2024. So I would assume that is like closer to 100% now.
Okay.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's the rate of growth of AI adoption has been crazy. I mean, so let's split the cross-border payments industry into 4 categories: startups, fintechs, money service businesses, and banks. If I'm a startup, how do I approach AI?
So for a startup, AI is going to be very interesting. So it's about low cost, high impact, right?
Yeah.
AI is not expensive. If someone thinks AI is expensive, they're mistaken. AI is cheap. So it's about understanding how do you want to what is the USP, right?
Unique selling point.
Yeah. And how you want to use artificial intelligence to make it more relevant to your customers, to make it more for your solution to be better, the best, more or less in the market. And essentially it helps startups scale fast as well. So artificial intelligence can do plenty of things that startups would have had to outsource before, that startups would have had to invest and build.
For example, could you give some real life examples of how these startups can use AI? What functionality of AI can they use? Startups.
So one of the things startup can actually use AI for is to do a market research, right? Before AI, you had to spend countless amount of time doing market research, and a startup founder needs to pitch his idea to investors, to find investment, right? To grow the business. What is the best way of doing it today? Use artificial intelligence tools.
Because
you can create presentations. You can sanity check what you're producing.
Feasibility reports.
Benchmark yourself against competition. All of which AI can do for you today.
Right.
just for argument's sake. But specifically, if you go into, let's say, payments or remittance, and you're trying to build something, you can simplify your effort of programming, building your solution using AI.
Okay.
Right. You can also build in like processes to, like, say, customer service workflows. You can have automation to generate sales leads. Qualify your leads. So a startup that is trying to scale definitely should consider using AI for all of these use cases.
Right. What about if I am an established money service business? How do I approach AI? Do I have to? Can I start AI applications in a staged manner, or do I need to adopt AI wholesale in one go?
Well, I think adopting AI wholesale in one go, be it a bank who is risk averse or be it like an MSB, I think it is not a good idea.
Okay.
Because if you are trying to completely revolutionize your business and replace it with some artificial intelligence, you're taking a huge risk. You are going into, stepping into uncharted waters, right? But if you take it step by step, there are like plenty of things like MSB can do today. They can start with
the low-hanging fruit, for an MSB. Yeah,
absolutely. So there are many tasks where they want to, like, say, for example, if they are trying to understand fluctuation of currency rates and things like that, an agent can be looking at it, right? If you want to monitor key like polarizing events, a tweet by the president of US, for example, and you want to optimize your rates, I don't know, depends, right? That can be a thing an AI agent can inform you of.
Right.
So an AI agent will essentially consume news or whatever that is, and then be a part of your automated process to go and check and make changes to your commissions rates, things like that. Also, there can be a scenario where you want to make systems more efficient. You might want to make sure that the amount of processing time and things like that are becoming lower and lower, because the efficiency is an expectation of any customer nowadays, right? They don't want to wait for days for a payment to be completed. They want it instantly. So if you're an MSB and you have a process that is taking plenty of time to complete, you should try to understand if AI can simplify that.
Right.
So there are so many things like that where you can use artificial intelligence today, right now, regardless of the scale of your business.
Senaka, I'm now a bank. Okay, and for a bank, budget might not necessarily be an issue, but it's more the risk. And risk is relative, because banks have got many different divisions. Cross-border payments obviously is a regulated industry, but as I understand, in comparison to other departments in a big bank, it might be relatively a less risky component of their business. Nevertheless, compliance is key here. What do I look out for as a bank, and how do I approach AI?
Right. So if you are a bank, of course, any risk is risk.
Yeah.
It is very important to keep in mind. But remittance, especially cross-border payments, the entire sphere, is something that banks can innovate fairly easily when it comes to artificial intelligence.
Okay.
One of the things that the bank should consider is AI does not mean that you need to, improve the core banking system or replace it with something. You can use an accelerator to get artificial intelligence functionality just for, say, remittance, just for the cross-border payments part.
And what is this accelerator? How do we visualize it?
So an accelerator is something where you have existing functionality, right? That is implemented by your existing processors, so on and so forth. You have some software for it. For example, let's assume that you are using RemitONE's remittance platform, right? And so the remittance platform offers the money remittance capability, but now you want to augment it with artificial intelligence capabilities.
Okay.
Like to understand fraud, right? To make processes more efficient, especially when there are like various steps that needs to be carried out between the end customer and even at the the operations at the bank itself,
Process level, yeah.
or the MSB,
Okay.
whichever is sort of using it, and also to improve the customer service that we provide. Like say, there can be certain offers that you want to push to a customer. The AI agent might make the decision whether that customer needs to receive that offer or not. So traditionally, when you did marketing, you just blast off an offer. In this case, the agent will pick and select which customers need to receive which bit of your offer.
Promotions.
Which promotion? Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So you have a whole array of different possibilities.
Right.
With an AI accelerator. So it doesn't mean you need to make any change to what you're doing today.
Okay.
You can just
Augment.
augment it with these newer capabilities with minimal risk. Now, going back to the bank, it's the same example. So if the bank wanted to sort of introduce, like a compliance check automation process, something like that, right? You can use an AI agent. It doesn't mean you need to replace the entire compliance check process with this agent. The AI agent can give you a score which the human agent or the human who is involved in the compliance process can take into consideration. It only simplifies the effort because the human still will need to go and check many things, but the scoring that they got from the AI compliance checking agent, right, can be used to supplement their decision. So it only makes processes more efficient in that sense.
And when you say process more efficient, are you saying we can so again, the bank example, if I'm a bank and I'm adopting AI, what you're saying is if I'm able to do 10,000, compliance checks in a day with AI, because the AI component will bring in a lot of efficiency, I'll have the potential using the same architecture, same processes, I'll be able to do more with the efficiencies introduced by AI. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I'll give you an example. So assume that there is a large compliance team handling this, 500 transactions. So you said...
Yeah, I said 10,000 compliance checks a day, for example.
Exactly, right.
Yeah.
So that's a bigger number. Now, if you simply group the compliance checks, like some are trivial checks, some are complicated checks, you would understand that alone simplifies the effort. But with an AI agent, you can even go a step further. You can not just group, you can say that these 10 checks are similar, identical.
Right.
It belongs to various people. But the approach that you need to take for these 10 people are similar.
Right.
So you can get that allocated to maybe one person.
I see.
And then you can get another block of 10 or 100 or whatever allocated to another person.
Right.
So this AI agent can do the grouping, the segmentation of this work, distribute it among your team. Now, without the AI agent, you will be getting random compliance check requests, which means that you are spending a lot of time.
Okay. So what we're saying here is established money service businesses or banks, large corporates, they can make use of this AI accelerator. They don't have to change their processes. They don't have to worry about downsizing. And we'll talk about the staff downsizing, point a bit later. But the bank does not have to worry about these things when they have to decide on how to implement AI in their business. The thing they need to understand about AI is they don't have to change their processes. They don't have to change their technology. They have to just plug into this AI accelerator in some shape or form and basically enhance their own or augment their existing processes and services, etc. That's what we're saying here. It doesn't require them to go through this massive digital transformation, because that's one of the big worries these banks have, right? If I have to adopt an AI solution, I'm going to have to change, revamp everything. But what you're saying is, no, there's a simple solution. It's a staged approach when it comes to AI adoption. And the staged approach starts by connecting to an AI accelerator and start bringing in these processes step by step.
You're absolutely right. We can also take another example, open banking.
Yeah.
So this was a big leap for banks, making functionality available via APIs and so on and so forth. So it did feel like a big thing. But when it came to the larger banks, obviously, they had to comply with open banking upfront and so on and so forth. They had to invest and build solutions. But if you take the tail end, the smaller banks, for example, foreign banks in London, they didn't invest that much. They didn't spend that much of time on it.
Right.
They had to comply by a certain date, and they did it.
Right.
So how is this possible? Open banking was implemented for many small foreign banks in London through accelerators.
I see.
So they became compliant as a consequence of using an accelerator. What does that mean? You don't need to change your core banking system. You don't need to change your process. You can use an accelerator which will work with your ecosystem components and provide that functionality for you at 0 to no risk.
Right.
Now AI is similar. You can adapt AI in a similar way, right? You can start, but this is even easier, even less risky, because you can pick a task, like a self-contained task, which you want to improve or enhance with AI agents, right? And you can just take that task and you can replace the existing process around that task with an AI agent, right? That does not involve, redesigning your infrastructure. That does not involve like a considerable digital transformation. You don't need to go through all of that. There are, of course, considerations. In the context of artificial intelligence, you may have heard people talking about guardrails. Guardrails are very important because the AI agent might, as they say, hallucinate, do things that you wouldn't expect it to do, right? You want to make sure that doesn't happen. Equally, you can have situations where the agent did not have enough information to perform the task. So with that limited information, it did something that it was not supposed to do. Not hallucinating, but it didn't know what to do, right? So you need to train them, right? You need to give them that context, right? So there's some things that you need to do. But the beauty of this approach of using an accelerator is that if you take that specific task that you wanted to, automate or implement or improve, enhance with an AI agent, right? You can just focus on that, train the agent specifically on that task. And then get that implemented within that, with those guardrails in place, so that you can have those required checks and so on and so forth to make sure that the outcome of having an AI agent versus an outcome without an AI agent, your previous model, is exactly the same. So if we can prove that out, and if you can reassure to the bank's, risk committee and so on and so forth, you can just go ahead and implement it. I'm not saying that they will just be happy to do that, but what I'm trying to explain here is it's much easier than many people think. So the first step is to potentially have a look at what an accelerator can actually do. Right? This is what Gartner means. So when Gartner says there are like 35% of CIOs of large banks already using AI, it didn't mean that they transformed their entire business to be completely AI empowered. Right? What Gartner means is that they took a small task and implemented it with artificial intelligence. So if the bank that we are talking to hasn't implemented that,
Right.
it's the high
Right.
time that they consider doing that. Yeah.
Very good. Very interesting. Senaka, if you were to leave our listeners with one action to take after watching this episode, what would it be?
So it's about trying to understand where to start with artificial intelligence. I think it's very important that everybody tries to understand that AI is not something that you can hide from, right? Every business, every organization, every individual, I would say, needs to embrace AI, right? So it's very important that they sort of like organizations spend time understanding where to start with AI. And,
Okay.
I would leave that as an action item
Okay.
for our listeners.
What AI trend are you personally keeping an eye on?
I think the use of artificial intelligence in cross-border payments, the most interesting thing to me is how AI will, help reduce overhead and complexity of enforcing compliance. Compliance checks are perhaps the most complicated thing if you're trying to consider it when it comes to cross-border payments, right? And I believe personally that artificial intelligence is going to make this process extremely straightforward and extremely simple and extremely cost-effective.
Okay, so that's very good. But there's a term you use which is quite worrying for a lot of people, right? And maybe it's misconstrued, the term. The term is overhead. When you use the term overhead, are we saying, I mean, I know that this is not the case, but if you could confirm that, are you saying that application of AI in one's business does not necessarily mean letting go of employees and staff?
Right. So I think this is one of the misconceptions
Okay.
that many people have, because I know that in the especially when it comes to larger companies that are like more focused on deep tech and so on and so forth, right? Microsoft, for example, has started laying off people because they want to focus more on artificial intelligence.
Yes.
We've seen that happen in many other organizations as well. But that doesn't necessarily mean that artificial intelligence is eating up jobs. That means something else. That means that these organizations don't find those specific, operations that, certain staff members carried out to be profit generating, whereas they can build AI technology, AI capability and sell those to their customers.
Okay.
And that can be more profit generating. So for Microsoft, for example, it's more interesting to focus on AI technology rather than, some feature improvement to SharePoint or feature improvement to Microsoft Word.
I see.
And they have kind of, if you consider like who has been laid off, it has been that. And it's very important to understand that in like most of the companies, most of the organizations today, there is at least a little bit of AI being used.
Right. Okay.
AI is only improving the productivity of individuals. AI is only making organizations do more and more for their customers. AI is only making businesses generate more revenue in reality.
Great.
So if your head of HR thinks that AI could mean that they could reduce staff, they're mistaken.
Okay.
So it's because you can't retrain your staff, because staff is a valuable resource. They understand your business very well. They understand your customers. They understand your ethos. They are your culture. So if your staff can be retrained to do certain things, you can also, probably don't even need to retrain people. They can work alongside AI agents, because AI agents are not going to take people's jobs. They are only there to improve the efficiency and the way people work.
Senaka, that was very, very interesting. And on that positive note, let's summarize for our audience. AI is a reality. We need to embrace it. It's a disruptive force in the positive way. Solutions exist, and obviously, technology companies like you mentioned are here to help, and they're here to learn and evolve. With their customers, working with their customers, getting the feedback and enhancing and improving the technology solutions that they provide. And this is going to be a learning curve for everybody, include not just the banks, the fintechs, but also the tech providers themselves, right? And this is, and the most important thing which really fascinated me was when you said that AI is not here to cut jobs, rather it's here to empower staff. And that's a beautiful way to summarize the power of AI. So thank you very much. And it was an absolute pleasure spending the last hour with you, and wish you all the very best, and of course look forward to working together on many exciting new projects in the realm of AI and payments. That's it for today. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you.
Thank you very much.